finally made a choice. Alright, I'm Matt. If you like this content, please subscribe. Let's do this damn thing. Alright guys, so hope you guys are all doing well out there. So we're gonna go over the portfolio update as usual, and then we're gonna talk about which stock I picked. So last week, I sort of had some questions over, over what I want to pick as my final dividend stock to fill out my 10 position portfolio. So I want this portfolio to be 10 strong. I don't want to add any more position. I prefer to build tall rather than build wide, if that makes any sense. The last video I was trying to choose between two positions. Those positions are Realty and T-Row. And since you're already looking at the screen, you can already see which one I picked. But before we do that, let's hit the numbers again. So right now we are only down 10% total. So Bank of America, I am down 20.53%. Last week, I added $200 worth of shares to the position. So what I've been doing is every week I'm adding $200 to a different dividend position I own, whichever position happens to be the lowest on a 52-week high-low. And last week was Bank of America. So moving on, Cloudera up 22.28%. Cisco, we're only down 7.28%, so that's slowly making a comeback. I don't know if this sudden upturn in the market is going to be prolonged or we're going to go down some more, but for right now we're only down 7.28%. Facebook down 9%. Realty, which is the company I bought, we'll get into that a little later. We're down 0.27%. Pfizer, we are up 6.43%. Good lord. Qualcomm down 10.4%. Revolve down 41.5%. Sony down 13.9%, and Uber down 4.79%. For the day, everything's up again except for Realty, of course, right? Let's talk about the position I picked. Let's talk about Realty. And this is unscripted. I found that this format has been working pretty well for me, aside from all the stutters, but you know what can I do, right? I'll probably make some cuts as I go through stuff. Okay, so if you go to the website of Realty, the first thing you notice is that, its caption, its logo is the monthly dividend company. This company is a REIT, which means it is required to pay I think 90% of its income in dividends. Realty has been doing better than others. I haven't looked at all of the competition, but Realty is making a name for itself as a dividend aristocrat. So a dividend aristocrat is any company that has been paying and increasing its dividends for the past 25 years consecutively. And if we look at Seeking Alpha, Realty has made it at 26 years, which shows that this is a very reliable company to take positions in. The payout ratio is 80.67, which is pretty good for a REIT. The dividend yield right now is 6.41%, and that's mainly due to the price having taken a massive hit. So if we look at the 6 months, I mean it went from upwards of $82 and down to $46.81. So I mean, when I was comparing it to T-Row, I mean I like both positions, but I mean Realty, as far as the attractiveness of the price, it's a much better pick. Now as far as what Realty does, so basically what Realty does is it acquires real estate, it rents it out to tenants, it collects its profits in the form of rent payments, selling the real estate after its assets have increased in value. Now, if you look at the 10K, which we're on right now, you can see some of its customers are, well, all of its customers are pretty big name players. So Walgreens, 7-Eleven, Dollar General, LA Fitness, Circle K, Kroger. all of these companies do business with realty. So taking a look at the financials, I mean, sorry, I like looking at financials better on Yahoo Finance as opposed to Seeking Alpha. I only use the Seeking Alpha stuff for dividends. I know it contains the same information, but I don't know, I just like the way it looks. I'm just used to how it looks on Yahoo Finance, so we're gonna go by that. I mean, so you look at financials, yeah, and you can see, I mean, the revenue is going up year by year. Net income is going up year by year. If we look at the balance sheet, now one thing that did trip me up when I was talking about it last week is the cash to debt ratio, as how the debt ratio is horribly in favor of the debt, which I thought was a problem at first, but I didn't really understand REITs that well. What I learned after researching a little bit more is that, so these equity REITs, so instead of using cash to pay down their debt, they use stockholder equity to do that. So my understanding is that they sell their stocks out to the market, and they use the money from that to help pay down any debt that nears maturity, right? So what you need to look at for a REIT is the debt to equity ratio, and right now it has more equity than debt, and that is a good thing. So that sort of calmed me down a little bit, and that led to me buying into realty. But yeah, that's it. So yeah, the decision between realty and T Rowe was a very difficult one, but I mean, at the time, realty just had a much better value as far as the price and stuff, because I mean, knowing a company and liking the company is one thing, but figure out a good entry point, that's a whole other thing. I mean, realty's getting beaten down pretty good. I think last Friday, it was relatively close to its low, 52-week low. Now I should have bought it Friday, but I didn't, because why not, right? But I mean, at the end of the day, realty just won, and I only wanted to pick one more dividend position too. I mean, I didn't want to pick two, and right now T Rowe is already going back up, so you know. So yeah, as you can see, the lighting changed since I started filming. So oh well, I look better now, right? No comment. Anyways, I'm thinking I made the right choice as far as picking realty over T Rowe. I mean, both of them have been paying dividends and increasing their dividends through some pretty turbulent times. And realty is a real estate company, and it's been upping its dividends through the financial crisis of 2008, which was based off of real estate. So if it was ever reached to increase its dividends through that, then I have pretty good faith in this position. So I'm gonna keep adding to it on the long term, and we'll see where it goes. So yeah, what do you guys think? Do you think I made the right choice between T Rowe and realty? If you do, let me know why, and if you don't, let me know why. So thank you all, have a great day, and eat your vegetables.